Hey guys, welcome back. We're on video 2 now. I figured it would be cool to do a Q&A, so I took down some of the questions that you guys put in the comments on my last video, and let's just jump right into it. So what was my first car? So I actually had, I think it was a 2003 Volkswagen Jetta that my mom was driving around. So when I was in high school, I would take that to high school and just kind of like, you know, off to see my friends. That was my first car. It was silver. It had almost 0 horsepower. And then after the Jetta, I had my brother's, I think it was like a, I don't know, 2008 or 2009 Subaru Impreza. So it looked like a WRX at the time, so I thought it was awesome. But it was just an Impreza, a little bit more horsepower, but still fairly boring. And then I jumped into Challengers. Once I was done with the Impreza, I got my very first 2011 Challenger SE is what they called it at the time, just a V6. From there, I got my 2013 RT Classic. It was white with red interior. Absolutely beautiful. I loved this thing. But I had to give it up in order to get my 2015 Ivory Pearl Scat Pack. I actually built and ordered that car from the factory. I waited over 2 months to get it. I was one of the first people to have one. It was the first year they were made, and it was fully loaded. Absolutely loved that car. That's the one that I drove across the country when I moved from New Jersey to Los Angeles. And as some of you may know, I had it for maybe, I don't know, 8 months total. I had it for 4 months here before a tree fell on it and totaled it. So that happened. So when I was trying to find a replacement that might make me just as happy, it took me 3 months to finally settle. I ended up getting just a car because I was racking up too much debt in rental cars on my credit cards. So I ended up going with the cheapest SRT that they had on the market at the time. It was a 2015 B5 Blue fully loaded SRT. I loved it, but I was ready to cash in on a Hellcat. So I ended up trading that one up for the 2016 Hellcat that I have now. I got that car at the end of this past February. It's got just under 4,000 miles on it. I think it's like 3,800 right now at the moment. And I'll definitely do kind of a walkthrough on that car so you guys can see, you know, what the options are and what it actually looks like close up. Okay, why did I get a Challenger over a Viper? So I'm not really ready for an exotic car yet, and my history, you know, my heart belongs to the Challenger. So I really just needed a fun daily driver, and that's kind of how I look at the Hellcat. Is you can daily drive them, which is awesome. So I was just ready to kind of complete the scale. I guess now with the Demon, it's not complete, but we'll get to that. Have I modified my Hellcat, and do I plan to do more if I have? I have not modified my Hellcat. My Hellcat is still pretty much completely stock. The only things that I've done to it so far is I've done the clear bar on the front, I've tinted the windows, and I have some white vinyl trim that goes on the inside of the doors that you guys will get to see when I do the close-up. But yeah, I'm leaning towards doing some mods. I definitely want to kind of get the channel rolling, and maybe the channel could help fund it at some point. But yeah, I think that's kind of down the road for me. What is my favorite thing about my Hellcat? Ooh, where do I start? I mean, besides obviously the engine that the car comes with, 707 horsepower, it's really impossible to try to beat that. I absolutely love the design of the car. So little small weird information bit about me is I almost went to fashion school. So when I was, you know, going through my early stages in college, I was definitely, you know, planning to move out to LA to go to fashion school. And a little reason why is because I've always been into design and, you know, how things evolve. So basically what I love about the Challenger now is it's so beautifully modernized compared to the 70 models. Unlike the Mustang and the Camaro, I mean, they're great cars, but they don't look like how they used to, and that's what I absolutely love about the Challenger. What is my take on the Demon, and would I ever consider one in the future? Well, I don't think that I'd ever consider one in the future, and here's why, is because I'm not really a track rat. I don't tend to go and race my car. I would just to, you know, test it out and have fun, but it's not something that I do or that I would do that frequently. I very much think that the Challenger Hellcat is a solid design. The fact that you can daily drive 707 horsepower makes me happy. But the Demon I don't see as a daily driver, obviously. Is there any other car I would want besides a Challenger? Okay, so how about in addition to a Challenger? Does that work? I always have loved Jaguar F-Types. It just, again, goes back to design for me. I think those cars are absolutely beautiful, and the exhaust is a ton of fun, all those pop-ups. And my dream car ever since I was a little girl has always been the Audi R8. And that car I would for sure get in a heartbeat addition to the Challenger. That's a car that I actually am aiming to get one day. I absolutely love the design on those cars. I would only get, you know, a later model like 2014, 2015 though, because I love the older design over the newer design. I think that it's just more aggressive looking and less futuristic, which I love the old aggressive look to it. Have I ever considered going to Dubai? I would love to go to Dubai, mainly because of the car scene, of course, but I have never been out of the country, and it is kind of depressing. So, you know, there's tons of countries and other places that I would love to see, Dubai being one of them for sure. How many Maseratis did I manage to sell when I was at O'Gara Coach? Okay, so I was there for about, I want to say like 16 months total. I can tell you the exact amount of cars that I sold, the exact number. I can't tell you the exact number of Maseratis. So I sold 113 cars while I was there total. You can safely assume that maybe 97% of those were Maserati. I was a Maserati specialist while I was there. That was my main focus. So I would sell, you know, pre-owned cars every now and then, or off-brand vehicles every now and then, but mostly Maserati. And the last question that you guys wanted to know is Stephanie Justin my doppelganger? I didn't think that you guys would find out, but yes, she is my doppelganger. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you guys want to see more, you can follow me on Instagram. You can subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Hey guys, welcome